And tonight, for the first time, the ABC 15 investigators take an in-depth look, revealing just how much money the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has spent on lawsuits and legal fees. And this is a figure you haven't heard before. ABC 15's Corey Rangel breaks down the total to show you how Sheriff Joe Arpaio defends his office in court.
Maricopa County's Sheriff Joe Arpaio, known by many for his pink handcuffs, crime suppression sweeps, and his tough stance on illegal immigration.
There are many lawsuits. Everybody's suing everybody else except me. I'm not suing anybody.
But what you might not know about Sheriff Arpaio, the number of lawsuits his office has faced and how much it has cost taxpayers. According to county risk management records, almost 6,300 claims and lawsuits have been filed against Sheriff Arpaio and his office since he took office in 1993. The cost to defend those cases, more than $50 million. Part of that $50 million went to defend more than 5,000 cases which were closed with no payout to the plaintiff. Those 6,300 cases resulted in 1,828 lawsuits against the sheriff's office. To put that into perspective, the ABC 15 investigators searched a national lawsuit database. Harris County, Texas, which includes Houston, is almost the same size and population to Maricopa County. There are only 283 lawsuits listed under the Harris County Sheriff's Department for the same 17-year period. Maricopa County has about 6 times more.
So we get a lot of fairly foolish ones, and I'm not saying all of them are, but the vast majority of these lawsuits are simply idle hands having nothing better to do.
Deputy Chief Jack McIntyre is an attorney in the sheriff's office.
Would they rather we not defend it and roll over and play dead? No, I think the taxpayers say defend those cases because you have to.
According to county records, the cases fall into 3 categories. Personnel-related lawsuits accounted for a little more than $2 million. Jail-related claims cost the county about $22.5 million. And the final category, named Other, which includes lawsuits for things like civil rights violations, cost more than $26 million.
These aren't frivolous lawsuits. These are serious lawsuits that involve death, dismemberment, abuse of power. They're very serious cases.
Michael Manning is a defense attorney in Phoenix. Manning has successfully sued the sheriff's office 5 times.
Claims are far excessive, and it's because he's created in our jails a culture of cruelty.
Manning represented Charles Agster, a mentally handicapped man who died in jail after being restrained. The result was a $9 million jury verdict. McIntyre defends the county's actions in this case and others, saying deputies make split-second decisions in their line of work.
Now it's way easier after the fact for some plaintiff's attorney who's never done anything but sit behind a desk and chew on the end of a pen to say, well, I think that's wrong.
The sheriff's office does settle some cases instead of going to trial. The biggest settlement involved the death of Scott Norberg. He was also restrained and died in custody. This case was settled by the county's insurance provider for more than $8 million. The $50 million in taxpayer funds we told you about earlier does not include payments by the county's insurance company. Those costs are not picked up by the public. But taxpayers are on the hook for the county's insurance deductible. And over the past 10 years, the out-of-pocket deductible has gone from $1 million to $5 million.
That's a business decision. The business decision is because it reduces the amount of the premium for them.
And so you don't think it had anything to do with the settlements or the costs that's incurred with the
No,
sheriff's
the last time I checked with risk management, they said that had nothing to do with it.
The county told us they can't say one way or the other why it went up.
When this story is finally written by some historian 10 or 15 years from now, the cost of Joe Arpaio to the taxpayers will be startling, and it'll be far beyond $50 million.
To see more of Manning and Chief Deputy McIntyre talk in greater detail about their current cases and some previous ones, like one over hot coffee, go to our website, abc15.com/investigators. I'm Corey Rangel, ABC 15 News.